Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are you guys doing today? This is a very complicated and loaded subject. How much money should a coin dealer make from you? There's a lot of, I guess you could say, sentiment or talk out there in the coin community. Oh, all dealers should make at or about the same thing on each individual coin. But guys, that is not the case. If you take someone who makes $10,000 to $20,000 worth of sales and he works on a 10%, that means he's only got $1,000 to $2,000 to keep his business afloat. Whereas you take one of these larger companies that make $1 million a day in sales, guess what? They got $3 million. They shouldn't be working on that high of a percent. But guys, that's what the main subject is going to be about tonight. But let's introduce everybody. I'm Keith from Coin Crew, and that is
Mike from Mid America.
And I'm Kevin from Coins Making Sense.
And I'm Robert from CoinAct.
So if anybody in the chat has anything they want to add or talk about, that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. We're going to try to get in depth about it, but the numbers, they just don't compute because nobody who makes a few $1,000s versus someone who makes $1 million can sit there and make the same percentage and still make it in business. A lot of people have talked about this subject before, experts so call it, but how many of those experts actually own and operate a business of any type, whether it be a coin business or a beauty salon? A lot of them, they do all this homework, but they've never actually been in the day-to-day life of a coin shop. So does any of you guys want to add anything or I don't know, maybe I don't want to do all the talking.
Well, you usually do. We've been used to
that. Swing and a miss.
So how about you, Robert? What's your sentiment on how much should a dealer make?
That's it. I've been asked that question a lot of times. I know I've worked around a lot of brick and mortars. I've worked for them. So I understand you have overhead. And, I call myself self-proclaimed professional cherry picker. What should I be allowed to make on cherry picking? What's my time worth? What about all the time it's taking me for the knowledge of learning all the things that I've learned? Because trust me, there's a lot that I've had to take. And, throughout the years, I've been doing this for just like you guys all your life, but I've also taken all the, I know Mike, Keith, and all of you guys will know this. I've went to the ANA and I've done all the classes, for grading, for counterfeit detections. All that takes up time. There's a lot, people only see me at 4-hour interval and our auctions 3 times a week, and that's just like each one of you guys, I know for a fact, whenever the store closes, that don't mean you're done with business. At least no one I know of that owns a business is finished with business when the store closes.
I closed at 4:00 today. I ran and got me some Arby's real quick because I didn't have time to cook dinner. I got back here by probably 4:45 and been working, and I'm going to work some more, another 2 or 3 hours after this show. So yeah, you're right. You're 100%.
I actually sent work home. We are so far behind, and I got a show this weekend. I just bought a large collection, so I got to get it processed so I can get it out so I can make my money back. If we just leave it late, we go broke.
Yeah, same here. I'm at my computer desk. Here's my stapler. Here are my flips. Yeah. We don't take this work and just work in an office. We're taking this.
I do it in stacks, guys.
80, 100 hours a week. Yeah. See, he's even got a full pack. I don't. Yeah.
Flying Dutchman says any coin dealer needs to make enough to keep the lights on, the kids fed, and enough to put some back into the business. And I believe Flying Dutchman is right to the sense that we should always be able to have enough to provide for our families and to put a little bit back into business for growth. Because as you know, as business owners, you guys know if you're not growing, you're losing money. Because what happens is the rate of inflation will sit there and get away from you if you're not helping your business grow. Is that not the right way to put it, Mike? I mean, would you say if you're not growing, you're losing money?
I agree with that, but at the same sense, people's got to understand when we buy, there's some of that stuff might not sell for years,
decades.
So, and you know, when we somewhere along the line, we got to say, hey, I got to make some money off this coin so I can hold this coin. I mean, otherwise you're going to go broke, because if you pay full money for all of it and you never sell it and it drops, you lost money. I hear people all the time say, well, so-and-so's paying this. Well, you know, the bottom line is that's great. Go sell it to them, I guess. I mean, because I'm not going to lose money. And I think I'm a very fair buyer. I mean, I have a lot of people selling to me all the time. But
you're not fair.
There is times where I just say, wait a minute, enough's enough. If you can really get that, because you're going to have damn people like that. That's great. I need to know where they're at so I can start selling my stuff to them too, you know.
And then they say, oh, no, I'll go ahead and deal with you, because they never really had anybody that was paying that in the first place.
Yeah, I had that times, yes.
Yeah, they'll try to get you sometimes. But, guys, yeah, a coin dealer needs to make enough, as Flying Dutchman said, to provide for their family. With each different size coin shop, that percentage is going to vary. I know it sounds ridiculous, but there are some very small shops that need to double their money. But there are some very large shops that can work on a penny on $1 or even less than that. It depends on the flow of their product, how much flow they have, and
we have 5 people
their
working
bills
here.
are, really.
If I tell, and it is mostly family working for me, but if I tell my wife's uncle or I tell my son or something, oh, you ain't getting a paycheck this week, guess what? You think they're going to stay with me? No, they're going to walk out that door. At the same sense, we got to pay ourselves. It's just like a job, you know. When you go out there and you go and do a buy and you're traveling, you got to figure in the expense of that, the fuel costs and everything else. How much percentage is it really going to take to make this deal work?
Okay, here's something that a lot of people don't look at the coin business as a different type of business. He has a Life Without HSD has a trucking business. He says, if I am not making overall ORI, I will never make it. There are a lot of businesses. If you guys think that Walmart
actually at 23%, I owned a trucking company. That's when I sold my trucking company. When I had to at least make 45%, because guess what? You got your drivers, your insurance, your fuel.
I own a trucking company. It's bad.
You're waiting on, and I drove I had semis out there, and Keith remembers that. You know, when we get these trucks out there, we got to make a certain percent. He is right. 23% is a little low, especially in today's market.
That's what he just said. At 23%, he's not making money. In my experience with trucking, as you guys know, I used to own a trucking company as well. If I wasn't making 50% over, if it cost me to produce a load, I had to make 50% over to cover like Mike said, the insurance and everything. But seriously, if you guys think, or I guess you could say, if you guys imagine Walmart only making 10%, what do you think is going to happen to Walmart?
They'll shut the
Walmart
door.
is paying 30 to 50% for almost anything they sell.
Why you
They'll
think
go out of
Walmart's
business if
buying
they
everything
operate
from
like a
China
drone
because
shop.
they can operate higher?
Yeah, that's why a lot of companies move their businesses out because the coin business is a very tight margin business. There's no doubt about it, but it's tough. If you're not hustling, you won't make it because of the tight margins. So if someone feels, you want to make $2 on an ounce of silver, well, I'm sorry. If I can't move 1,000 or 10,000 ounces, that's what I would need to make. But if I can move over 10,000, I would be happy with a quarter. It just depends on where that business is. So the question, how much should a coin dealer make off of you? I think it's complicated, but yet the answer is so simplistic. It's unreal.
Well, 10,000 ounces on a quarter. No, you got to still make more than that on it. because
A
I
coin
turn
dealer should make enough off of a coin to keep his business flowing, and you, as a customer, still be happy with the purchase. I know it myself. I have bought off of some people for $1 an ounce more than I would buy off of someone different because I know they needed the money more. A small business. Now, I have a small business. My business isn't as big as Mike's over here. So, I don't make as much money. But, seriously, it's just a matter of how big the business is as to what percentage they need to make.
my percentages I base off what I'm selling, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly how you got to do it. Kevin, you haven't said much about this subject. I know you're new to the coins.
Well,
Most
yeah,
of
I'm
us have been
relatively
doing
new
it
to
our
all of
lives.
this, and comparatively speaking, I am probably a smaller outfit, definitely smaller than Mike, smaller than Keith.
Not that, but you maybe just smidge me.
Well, still, I'm just a dealer at the coin shows, and you might think that brick and mortar might have greater expenses, but comparatively speaking, I'm only at the shows 1, maybe 2 days a weekend, and I have my travel costs. If I have a multiple day show, I have hotel costs, fuel costs. All of that adds up, and however the percentages are, it does eat away at you. And me being a coin show dealer, a smaller dealer, I don't get as much of the bulk purchases, the bulk discounts that, say, a Keith or a Mike would get. So I really have to watch my percentages.
If I don't make a profit margin of at least $5,000 a month, I'm hurting because of the amount of bills that we have. But we luckily sell enough stuff to make that margin and keep afloat. But a small shop, a very small shop, smaller than mine, may have a cost of, $3,000 a month. That's rent and utilities, employee costs, insurance. And that's on the low side, but it could be as high as $10,000 for that small shop. So if he's only selling 10, he's in trouble. He is really in trouble. But yeah,
you can't survive that close to the bone.
One thing I'm noticing in the chat is like Sir Gold.
I can't hear you that well, Robert.
Okay, does that help any? Or well, hold on, let me try this.
I can hear you.
How's that sound?
No, that's better.
better.
Yeah, it's just that your volume was so much lower than everybody else's.
That's okay. What I was gonna say is Sir Gold pointed it out pretty good. I think one thing I'm seeing here is people that have owned a business and tried it. A lot of people fail. I mean, I think the numbers are way up there, like 89 or higher of a percent of people that try a business fail. I've been in other businesses myself, and then I retired out of construction and went into coins because it's been my hobby all my life. I learned a lot about it, but the construction industry that's a young man's job. But everybody in chat that I've noticed that is a business owner, they understand you can't, you just cannot take and you can't break even. If you break even, you're losing.
You're always losing.
Yeah.
I
We can't do
noticed
it.
something in chat from Metal Dragon and now again from Brian. I agree, Metal Dragon. I'll never get the money back that I spent on my collection, especially the non-precious metal coins. Guys, that's
true.
not true.
Not true.
Not true.
Coins is a long-term investment. It is basically a niche market. You have to know what you're doing in order to do it. If you don't know what you're doing, deal with somebody like myself, Robert, Mike, or Kevin, and we will help guide you into what kinds of coins to buy. Yes, there are a lot of coins out there you're going to lose your money on. If you're buying them from, I guess you could say, the overpriced mint, the odds of making your money are probably a 10% shot of making your money, unless you're just a flipper and just buy the flip products. But if you buy everything the mint sells, you're going to lose money. There's no doubt about it. But I have been in business on the retail side, on the wholesale side. Even in the retail side, if I held the coin long enough, it eventually went up. If I bought the right coins. If you buy the wrong coins, guys, yeah, it's just like buying the wrong stock. Some stay the same, some go up, some go down. So the key to making money in the coin business, it's not just stacking silver or gold. It's not just being numismatic. It is a variety.
You can use the example of the GSAs. Guys, a year and a half ago, I could buy them for 165 to 185. And my little brother was there. I bought 23 of them at the show for $340.
I beat you today. I bought 3 of them for $325.
You want to sell?
3, and it just have to come in.
I'm a buyer.
He's a buyer. I can make $15, but again, the shipping would kill me. But a lot of times when you buy from a walk-up, being a brick and mortar store, you will buy it cheaper than it would cost you to order it, because what you're doing there is you're buying it on the convenience of the seller. When I order from a wholesaler, I buy it on my convenience, so I'm willing to pay more, because I'm not going to buy something like a GSA unless I want to put it in my collection or unless I have it sold. So I'm willing to pay more at that point. But when someone comes in the door wanting to sell, they're needing money, and it's not a matter of taking advantage of them. You may have 30 of them already, so you don't want to pay as much. So you pay just a tad bit less. Like he was saying, $340. Well, I paid $325. And that's just simply, I bought it on their convenience of them in the position wanting money instead of me wanting. Now, if I would have told them to bring them in, I probably would have paid $340. I wouldn't have hesitated.
I'd like to point something out here. Brian64 brought up a very good point that I have debated many, many years now. He says, where I live, local coin stores are very far and few between. What is your time worth? What is the value of not only your time, but the wear and tear on your vehicle to go to a coin store, where as opposed to going online? And let's say, a lot of people use the gray sheet, say, oh, I'm buying from the gray sheet. What they have to understand, that is strictly a guide, just like the red book and everything else.
Well, if you would read the gray sheet, it says that we should be charging 10% over that. That was a dealer's guide that now they released to everybody.
Right. And everybody thinks they can
That's the gray sheet being greedy, I guess you could say.
Yes, it is. Quite frankly, it is. But, in fact, I was behind the scenes, guys. I was showing, I'm going to switch my camera here so I can show people. Just give me a second here. I hope I hit the right one. Let's see.
Brick and mortar stores are becoming fewer and far between.
There you go.
Mrs. Corey Crew said she's seen someone complain their LCS pays 19 and sells for 22. Yeah. If they don't move enough value,
thank you.
That may be a little. Ooh, I like it.
Okay, now here's the deal, guys. Go get this for gray sheet price.
I'll give you plus 10% right now.
You would.
It'll never happen. Yeah.
No, it'll never happen.
That's, and I'm trying to get a collection right now, and I've got to bid against other people. Here's another.
I know how that is. I have to too.
Right. We have to bid against other people, and this stuff don't come along every day.
Okay, 12% over.
If you'd like to give 12% just for the privilege of viewing it, I'll accept it.
Oh man, you're making me jealous. I got to take that off the big screen.
That's fine. I'm done with it anyway.
I love coins in the 1700s. I have yet to get $1. I have a bunch of large cents.
I was telling them before you came in, Rob, I bought 3 Barber $half sets, 1 Barber quarter set, 1 Barber dime set, 17 complete Walker sets, and 4 Mercury dime sets.
And happy to get them.
Well, I had a dealer over in my local area decide it was time. He was battling his health. So,
as you guys can see, we had the topic of how much a coin dealer should make from you. But we are coin guys, so we always stray away from that and start talking about these pretty coins. But man, that is a beautiful pair of bust dollars.
Oh yeah.
Another one too.
Oh, now he's got triplets.
Yep.
Oh man.
Now here's another problem. Now I don't know, Mike. You've been in this for a while. I know you have. You was doing it as a business when I was still as a hobby.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Here's the problem I'm coming up with. If I buy those three, because it comes with a lot of other things, man, I'm gonna have a. You know, the other one's another $17.99. It's like I can disperse with it, but holy cow, there's two of them there. It's like, man, what do I do with them?
Well, if you're like me, because I bought 3 barber sets, I went through and I took the AU set and decided it's going back in my box.
Well,
Kevin.
I'm my worst customer. I did, instead of buying 1 coin, I buy the whole book and put it back. 2 books actually.
Kevin, did you see the 81S MS67 Plus that Silver Seeker made a video on? Did you get to see that in person? The only reason I didn't buy it is because I already have an MS67 and I don't want to go to Plus. I want to go to 68 in that year.
What's that?
The one you have.
I got that.
I know you do. I was almost tempted to buy it, but like I already got a 67. I really want to go up to a 68.
Yeah, well, I told you the guy was because I had that out in my case. I had a guy bring me 3 more. I bought it.
How you doing, Jen Porter? I just want to say hi. He's a good friend of mine.
That's fine.
He's new here to your channel.
Scent hoarder?
Yeah.
I see you, Hoarder.
Nice.
Yeah, sit.
I even said hi.
Welcome
to the crew.
Welcome, guys. But yeah, I feel now maybe it's me, but I feel that a dealer my size or even Mike's size should make a larger percentage than somebody the size of, say, SD Bullion or APMEX. There's no doubt about we should, but a lot of people frown on us making just a teensy bit more. But even making the teensy bit more, we still don't make as much profit as them because we have just our family workforce and they have tons of people working for.
I don't know why you put APMEX in because I'm cheaper than they are. But SD Bullion, we have a little battle.
No. We're not talking about the price they charge. We're talking about the percentage they make off the coin. Say 50 cents.
Yeah, they're trying to make more than me. I mean, you know, bottom line, they are. They're trying to make more than me. They're crazy.
Well, some people could be greedy. We're not here to try to pass any other dealer.
Yeah, no need
We're
to
not here
flame
to pass dealers. We're here to talk about how much should your coin dealer make from you. He should make enough to make a living. Well, you go to work and you get a paycheck. You're not going to go to work for free.
I got some
a lot of knowledge
with the cost of the fuel coming from Oklahoma City. Buying from APMEX probably would make just as much sense because their fuel costs and everything. But you know what they tell me? The reason why they come down and buy from me is, for one, I listen to them, I talk with them, and I got an open door. And that is the biggest key, the open door.
Being friendly, being personal. I mean, that's really important in my opinion. I have people that will pay more, and we're not telling you guys to pay more, but I have people that are willing to pay more for me than somebody else who's further away or closer that's cheaper. It's because
there's
they
something
like
we
that
said about
touch.
you're paying for the customer service.
Well, like I said, when I said that, Keith, we're actually wind up at this point. APMEX might be a little higher, but they sit there and they look at the fuel costs and everything else. So we're, in a way, it would be about the same cost paying that extra. But what they really like is the look around, talk about stuff, the hands-on they get. Where when they're ordering online, you're just a number to them. That's it. You know, they'll talk to you for a second to get you to do that order. But, you know, the bottom line is you're just a number. You're not, they probably don't know you from Adam to seeing you on the street.
JM says, I think comparing online prices, dealers to local LCS is like comparing a large grocery store to a variety store. And that is 100% true. One thing you got to understand about a lot of the larger online dealers, they don't have, like, right around me, this is a brick and mortar store. Mike is sitting in a brick and mortar store as well. They don't have that. They don't have straight face-to-face contact with the public. Therefore, they're not hiring people to do that, and they don't have that personal touch. It's two totally different businesses. But a lot of times I've heard people say, well, I can get it cheaper online. I'm sorry, my expense of operating is more per dollar sold than theirs. I guess that's the way to put it. Dollars per dollar sold. Is that not correct? Your operating expense per dollar sold. I don't know. What do you think, Robert?
I take, you have more overhead than me, most likely. Okay, as far as your brick and mortar, because I don't have one, and I don't want one. I was offered one, and I said no because of several factors. But I'm like Kevin. My overhead is more expensive in purchasing the things because we don't get coins from the wild too often. Now, Jessica got lucky, and I've got this here. And we get more and more like that. And I also tell my customers, if you find stuff that I can sell, as long as I can make a profit, I'll be happy to buy it from you. But I tend
There you go. Look at Ryan, what he said.
Ron, we seen him again this weekend at the CoinX. He says he gets more out of his local coin shop. Charles Seek Silver says, I prefer my local coin shop. Guys, and that's something that we're not trying to steer you away from online, because the guys on the YouTube community here, even though they don't own a coin shop, if they're reputable, if I recommend them, or Mike recommends them, or Robert, they're good people too. We on YouTube, that's what I love about YouTube so much, is I get that personal touch that I can have here in my shop. I don't get that on eBay. You don't get that personal touch. To me, being able to converse with you just like this, even though
I kind of used to, because until they caught on, in my superstore, I was always putting my email in there and routing them right out to our store.
No, I love YouTube because it's, like I said, even though you guys
didn't like that too much for some reason,
aren't talking back, you're still typing, and you can get a real-time response from me instead of waiting 2 or 3 days for your response. And that to me is personal. Now, I can't get to everybody's chat, but these other guys, they can handle the chat a little bit too. They can answer some of your questions.
Plus, I mean, if you're going to eBay or you're going into an online store where it's just a blind interface, I mean, you really, unless they're taking specific photographs and taking high detailed images, you don't know exactly what you're going to get.
Said it right too. I mean, you build a relationship, a strong, solid relationship with your local dealer.
Yep.
Here is something Charles Seek Silver says, I consider the online YouTube community the same as an LCS. And that's the point I was trying to make. You get that local coin shop feeling with people on YouTube. You can't get that on eBay. You can't get that buying from a large online dealer. So basically, I guess you could say what a dealer needs to make from you is enough to survive. You can't really put a dollar profit on it. You can't really put a percentage on it. It's because if they're making too much, and you've seen me do it in my streams, if I feel someone was too generous to me, what do? I mean, seriously, you've seen it, Kevin. I'll give something away.
You stop the bid.
I've stopped bids. I can't stop a bid if I only have one of something. I'll stop the bid. I'll give extra stuff away because I feel it's a two-way street. You guys give to us, and we give back a little bit. It's really.
You heard that from me a long time ago.
What's that, Robert? What was that?
I said you learned that from me a long time
ago. Silver Bull is saying sometimes his coin shop has trouble getting inventory, basically, is what I'm reading.
I wanted to point out Trident Stacking said it's called capitalism.
There's Silver Bull. Did you see it?
By competition.
Forrest Ship says, I don't want Keith touching me.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
Hey now.
Well, he said he don't want me touchy, so I just go like this. Touchy.
All righty then.
I was going to say, we're on the Bozo show.
So I wanted to touch him.
I thought we was talking about a topic here, guys.
Yeah, this is one south.
We're just weird like that.
I take and tell my people a lot of time on my auctions and stuff. The number one rule in our auctions: if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. This is a hobby.
Guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, the guys that pay extra in our auction are doing it because they like us. They're doing it because they want to help support the channel. Nobody twists anybody's arm. And it's something for all you people that come in and say, oh, well, these auctions are too high. Nobody's twisting anybody's arm to be there. These people are helping us because it costs a lot. I mean, these mics, look, this mic is a couple $100. This stuff is not cheap. And they understand that, and they enjoy the entertainment. I mean, come on, Mrs. Coin Crew. I mean, everybody would rather have her up here than me.
I get that point.
But I mean, it takes a lot of time and energy to make a channel work. I mean, it's like today. I came in. I got here at about 9:30, and I worked till 4.
Hey guys,
took a few
take a
minutes
look
off.
at Free King.
Freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, read that.
Well, how far up is he?
He is. Here it says, "I would trust you all as coin dealers more than I trust my local coin store."
Oh,
Hey.
I want to make a point on that. I have a person who bought from me. I sell varieties, everybody, and I'm a specialist at it. He bought a proof set. It was a 64 proof set, and my partner said it's got the accented hair in it. He bought it from me, and I sent it to him. He sends me an email. He says, I took this set to my local coin store, and they said that it's an uncirculated set. I said, do what? And he's like, yeah. I said, first off, I said, pay attention to your dealer at your local coin store, because one, he don't know what he's talking about. I assure you that. Because I do know what I'm talking about. I said, and he's telling me he was going to have it slabbed. I said, if it does not come back slabbed as an accented hair, I said, I'll be happy to buy it back from you.
what are you looking at?
Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get it right. Let me
What
get
is it?
I'm trying to get the glare out of there.
You know,
Wait,
I want to show you.
so far.
Okay, guys, I want to tell you something. This is a 16. This is a 16p quarter. Keith, I don't know if you remember that I was buying this at the show. Let me see if I can get this. Let me get it tilted right there. All right.
Do you got the light on your camera on?
Well, I can't. I don't know how to turn that thing
Just
off.
touch it. Just touch the camera right near the edge of the light.
I'm trying. It ain't going off.
Here, look at my finger. Like this. Just touch the rim. Just like that. Now the light, just kind of to the outside. There's a metal ring that goes around it. Yeah, you ain't going to get it. I tried.
Anyway, okay, guys. Let me see if I can zoom it up. I don't know if you can see the arrow in the red, right? Do you see that?
A little bit.
Very little.
I see. Yeah, I see the arrow coming down on the red.
Okay, this is let me zoom this up a little bit. Maybe you can see it too. The date. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Well, anyway, what do you?
This is a 16.
The Standing Liberty quarter looks like.
It is. That's the key. Here's the thing we got, guys, and I wish I could say the guy's name.
Probably best not to.
Anyway, the guy is taking this quarter to Baltimore to resell it, knowing it's fake.
And it was in the red.
It's fake.
That's wrong. I'm sorry. That's just downright wrong.
That's no bueno.
If I find something that's fake,
Oops.
I will sit there and destroy it myself and take the hit on the loss. And that's another expense, guys, because when we buy this stuff, we don't always have the time to test it right then and there.
That's an 8,000. That is the red. What is that there?
It looks like an 18 over 17.
Yep. That's what I was trying to get in here for you.
I can see it clear as day. You can see that 8 over 7.
Oh, yeah.
I did buy a real nice
That's another
17S today.
we have, guys.
A type 2 17S.
Okay. Shady McGravy's gaming channel says, how much should we be expecting when turning in constitutional silver.
But
At today's margins, you want to handle that, Mike?
what's that? I didn't hear
JJ
you.
Gravy says, how much should we be expecting when turning in constitutional silver? I feel melt or above. I mean, you're more into the market.
Guys,
I'm
here-
up to
today's
days
market.
18.
here you go. We got a company out there who's bigger than me,
Mm-hmm.
paying $250 over. Watch my video and see what I said I would pay you guys.
Now,
I have
can you explain
should
what
expect-
250 over is to the people that don't know?
Okay,
how to do the
you
calculation?
take spot and add a 250 to it, and then you times it by 0.715. That'll give you what you should be getting. Okay, but I'm paying 50 cents more than that, guys. Okay, but that's me. I'm buying a lot of it because I'm selling a lot of it.
Sounds like he's hot dogging it.
Mhm.
But you know, I'm just telling you, the big boys like to play. I can play too.
And I can't afford that, so I have to pay spot plus probably 50 cents.
50
Because I'm a
cents to
smaller
$1. Your local shop should be, but nobody should be paying you
No.
spot or less. If they're paying less, walk out
no.
the door.
If they're paying less than
Yeah.
spot, they either don't know how to manage their business, they don't need to be in business, or they're not a coin dealer. They're like a pawn shop or something. And then even a pawn shop knows better than that at today's market.
I was going to say, 2 years ago, before all of this roller coaster ride we've been on, the shops were going just below spot. But I mean,
I
ever
don't
since
understand
the,
what
ever
point
since the
you're trying to make.
premiums went all haywire. I mean, yeah, anything below spot, yeah, get out of there.
The point that we're trying to make, that we want you people to understand, that is the percentages that these big guys talk about and everything that do not have a shop, they are definitely misleading you, because there is no way they can go to the U.S. Mint, Canadian Mint, or any place like that and buy this stuff at spot. There's some guys out there telling you should be paying spot for this stuff. No
Those
more.
are the so-called experts.
But guess what? They are very wrong. And I know for a fact, because I buy a lot of this stuff direct. So
I feel I'm gonna lay it on the line, guys. I feel I was misleading a little bit today. I bought 2 gold maples and I only paid 30 over
only 30 over. Wow.
because I looked at the wholesaler
Nice.
and that's what they would charge me for 2 gold maples, and I paid exactly what my wholesaler.
The big guys, and just like me, he paid strong. I'm paying only $20 over if you shipped them to me, because that's what maples are bringing.
But they're charging us 30 over if we.
They
want to buy them.
got it. Yeah, that's for the wholesale suppliers. That's what they charging
Mhm.
the dealers. So
And I feel guilty because I feel at today's strong market, I feel 30 over was low, and that's
No,
what I feel guilty
it's
about. And
not.
I apologize.
if you look at what the numbers are out there, that's
I didn't
not
look at what the numbers are. I look at how I'm buying and selling stuff.
right.
And I don't know. I couldn't pay more, but I felt bad about only paying that much. I kind of wanted to, but I'm like, I better not, to be safe, because it could be a fluke. And I was right, because gold went down like $10, so I'm good. Now I'm happy. Local LCS sells junk Morgan piece at 28 times. They sell quarters at 25 times. That's kind of confusing.
I was going to say,
If
yeah,
they're-
that's a
That's whack.
that's
That's
a play on
whack.
the Morgans and
They're
Peace.
charging
but
you too little or too much on one or the other.
yeah,
Those don't jive.
The Morgans are paying. They're selling too little, so I'd be happy, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
be
yeah.
happy with that's what I'm saying. Those
but
numbers,
everything else,
they don't jive.
Yeah, but everything else,
Are
they
they-
are inflated.
But it depends on how junky they are. If they're only calls, then yes, that's a fair number.
Well, I was gonna say that's what I was wondering. What's the condition of the quarters and the dimes? Are they circ or are they unk?
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
you should be right
Well,
around
if you would look at
22.
if you look at JM Bullion or one of them guys are selling between 25 and 26. That's the
If
number.
they have it. If they have it.
But they've always been out. We here at Mid America are selling at $23.50, and we have trouble keeping. But the good thing about it, like I said, I just bought a dealer out. I got 2,000 face 90%. Let's go, guys. I'm ready to sell again.
We got a question here. Platinum, is it a good investment? I feel
What's
it's
that?
undervalued.
What'd you say, Robert?
I was going to say, you just made a great point, though. They're selling at X times face, but they ain't got none. Well, shit, I can sell anything at any price if I ain't got none.
Well, that's
Exactly.
it. You were exactly
Hey,
right. They don't have none.
Guys,
But
I
guess
got
what?
1 ounce gold buffaloes, $1,700, no rain checks, and I'm out of stock.
Exactly. Yep. Good.
That's exactly.
I hate that.
I hate that too.
Guys,
You can't
I
do
am
that.
not out of stock. Come on down. We'll fix you up $23.50 on the dollar.
Oh, we're
Guess
talking
what?
about gold
I am
buffaloes
not
now.
them dealers
Are
that
you
go-
not out of stock and have them for 1,700? I'm down there. I'll run down there.
Well, $17 on 90%. That's back a melt. That's
No, I said 1,700 on 1 ounce gold buffaloes. I have $1,700 on 1 ounce gold buffaloes. No rain checks, but I'm out of stock. That's what I was talking about. A lot of companies will say, "Oh, we're selling it for this," but we're out of stock. Don't fall for that. Platinum, is it a good investment? Says Shady McGravy.
honestly still not at this time.
I feel it's undervalued. I don't think it's a
The
turn your nose
premiums,
against
the
it.
premiums are super high.
The premiums are bringing it out of whack. Silver Bull says 30 should be a fair price for around VG fine, I would imagine, is what he's talking about. Morgan's.
Well,
lucky. Yeah, you have.
VG's a fine I can ship out right now for 35.
Tired Navy Rob's been lucky. Look at that. 20 times at his LCS. Yeah, that's
Man,
lucky.
that's good.
That's lucky because I just paid 20 times for some the other day. Yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Holy cow.
I needed it.
Yeah, I know. I was paying 19 at Livonia back on Sunday.
Well, I feel like I might have overpaid then because I paid the dealer 21 times because he had 2,000 phase.
Oh, I would have probably too at 2,000 phase. Yeah. So yeah, guys, basically the point we're trying to get across to you about how much money a dealer should make, it is in the same realm or same idea of thinking the value of something. If you're comfortable with the price of something, that's what it's worth. If you and the buyer or seller agree. If you think your dealer is making too much money off of you, then you're not happy with that dealer. Because honestly, you shouldn't worry too much about, is your dealer making too much money off of you? You should worry about, are you happy with your dealer? Or do you feel your dealer's making enough money to stay alive? That's what I would be worried about more so than being what's the word I'm looking for? A downer, so to speak, of, oh, I think my dealer's ripping me off. If you think that, you shouldn't be dealing with that guy because you probably don't like him. I mean, it's just my opinion. I never think anybody I deal with is ripping me off. I guess I either can do their price or I can't. They could be selling it to me for $99 profit, and it's only $1 they paid for. I would be happy with that if I was happy with the product, because what someone pays for something is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. What matters is, are you comfortable with who you're dealing with? That's my opinion about the whole subject, really. I mean, what do you guys think?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I believe that because I got a lot of people, even when I come to shows, waiting for me to be there because they like the way I deal with them. I try to be fair and honest. I don't beat around the bush. The bottom line is my numbers is what my numbers. If I go to a show and I give you a number on a Friday, that's going to be the same number all weekend because the market's usually ready to close. I'm not going to change it. Oh, well, I'm not going to be that guy. And I hear this a lot. Well, I don't know what Monday's going to be. So I'm going to have to buy a little back now that the market's closed. You give a number, you stick with the number. Let's see, big common date, Raw Morgan. 30 to 35, you're doing really good. 35 is what I sell them at because I can ship them out at that, Robert.
We have all seen prices as low as low. Yes, we have. And we've seen them as high too.
Oh, yeah.
But if you ever go to a show, a lot of times the guys, you might catch somebody, because I'm paying the guys between 30 and 32. You might catch a guy that don't feel like walking across the room and give them to you for 30 because he knows he can walk them right over to me and sell them. But
Knuckle Roll, hello. I'm new, so bear with me. Hey, welcome, Knuckle Roll. We appreciate you being here.
Yes, we
Welcome
do.
to the crew.
So, Robert, how did I come across this idea for tonight's topic? Why don't you let the chat know? You got an idea, don't you?
Yeah, me and him was talking on the phone the other night after auction. I guess Monday night it was.
Yeah, right after your auction.
Yeah, and I don't
Great
even know
auction.
how I come up with that. You sent me an email a while back that said something about, doing this here. And I just had that idea. I was like, you know what? I bet people would like to know. And we just started talking about it.
Yeah, it was pretty much Robert's idea.
Yeah, Monday night I was still working on that collection I was buying, and we put some hours in this, and we're hoping we have it done in time for the Water Maker Gun Show, guys. That's where I'm going to be at this weekend. 4,000 tables.
Where?
A lot of guns,
In
a lot
Tulsa,
of pew-pews there, right?
Well, there's 6 dealers there, and I'm probably the biggest one in there. So come see me.
6 coin dealers in a pew-pew show, huh?
Hey, guys, I love that show. I do it twice a year. There is a coin show in Chattanooga, Tennessee this weekend. They've been trying to get me to come back there, but they can't guarantee me the money I make at that gun show, so I can't go.
Okay, hey guys, here's a comment. I want, starting with Mike, give your opinion on that comment. We're gonna run around you guys. We're throwing Mrs. Coin Crew under the bus on this one.
To pay more if I like someone.
What's your opinion about her comment?
I don't know.
If someone's an asshat, would you pay them less than someone who's you like?
Actually, I'd pay them more because I feel like they're being more honest.
Okay, then that's your opinion. Okay,
I'm being truthful. If they're honest,
that's
with me, I don't
fine.
care how they are.
What about you, Kevin?
I'd most definitely prefer working with somebody that I'm friendly with rather than somebody that I can't stand.
But would you pay
Yeah,
them?
but we're talking Mrs. Coin Crew here now.
Oh, okay. Then forget her. I mean, sorry,
Robert, what
love
about
you, Angel. But no, honestly, I would prefer to give my business to somebody with integrity and that actually cares about the relationship in the sale rather than some asshat that's over on the corner that would rather look in his book.
Yeah, but what if he's being truthful with you, though?
Service.
But that
What's
wasn't
he
the
being
question,
truthful
Mike.
with you?
But that wasn't the question, Mike, because I thought about what you said. 'Cause
The question is, would you give your more money to someone
But
you like?
I'm going to tell you, I said that because of who was asked in it. Okay. Honestly, I had some people come over from the other side of the lake. 2.5 hours. They have a coin shop in their town. They told me they wish I was over in their town because I don't act like an ass to them. They would ask them questions. If you don't like it, get out of here. That's what they'd say to them instead of answering the questions.
Okay, Robert, I do got something else I want to get to. What's your opinion about this?
I am in total agreement with the basic rule. I will not, my money spends anywhere. If you want to be an
That's
asshole
right.
to me, see you boys. I'll go spend it over
My
here.
opinion.
I'll pay more for the guy who's being nice to me, nice and honest.
That's
I am
honest
just
always
paying for the
almost
customer service.
100% with you guys, except the difference is I would pay more to the guy who's nice, but the asshat, I go on. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to give you any of my money.
I've turned them down before.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Is she speaking as a dealer or the customer? That is the question. Is she on the dealer side of the
And the
table?
answer is yes.
I
Thinking
I
as
don't
what,
think
a
it would
dealer or
matter.
a customer?
It doesn't matter. A dealer or
As
customer,
I said,
Angel.
yes.
I don't think it matters because if you don't like who you're dealing with, you don't deal with them. Period.
Well, in a sense, though, you are giving them the customer service. So therefore, yes, I'm speaking as a customer on this point. If I walked up and I was trying to deal with you and I'd be asking you questions, just brings these people that came in the other day, and you started being real rude to me, I don't know if I'd want to deal with you anymore. These people drove 2.5 hours because they heard about my shop, never been here before, and they told me their friends over where they're from was right. I was a very nice guy. They bought stuff from me. They didn't know what they was going to do. They didn't know what they was going to expect. But I took the time out and I talked to them and explained stuff to them. They bought an ancient set. They know nothing about it, but I helped them understand it. And
it's important to educate people. Doug Ford says he won't shop at his 2 closest LCSs, but he'll go to one other and they get all his business. So yeah, guys, if I missed your stuff in the chat, leave a comment at the end of the chat when the stream's over, and one of us will try to check them out and get back to your comment. We can't do them all, and I think I'm the only one able to tag.
Anyway, just can I say something, guys? When this is over, go to watch my video. Guys, I got some good deals going on, and I need to sell some of this stuff. I bought way too much stuff today.
Is that what you're saying? You bought too much stuff?
I bought a dealer out. I mean,
man, you know what?
I got
feel for you.
43 Jefferson nickel sets. What am I going to do with 43 Jefferson nickel sets? I'm going to give some good sales on this stuff.
And I appreciate it, Adam Jam. Thank you very much. I enjoyed meeting you there.
Oh, I don't know. You guys can keep talking. I'm good. I'm just a guy, right?
Yeah, so we got no moderator.
What kind of discount you give me? I might buy some from you.
Hey, look at there. Adam Jam
really,
came
you said
because of you, sir. Because of you, he went to Cincinnati.
Hey, Adam Jam's a good fella. I told him that he took me.
He finally beat a moderator.
Yeah, as I say, he was walking around. I didn't even know who he was, and he finally introduced himself, and we had a small chat. But hopefully next year we'll get to talk a little bit more.
LCC put up
your face is priceless.
Mid-America's, and I also put up Mid-America's link to the channel. Yeah, you can check them out. So yeah, we'll give him a little shout out. Shout out, Mike.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey,
I caught it too.
Mike. Ford was shouting you out, Mike, today on our channel. So,
all right.
So
that's what I say.
You know,
yep. Coins making.
I'm not trying to. You know, with 4 people up here, and the first part of this sentence is going to sound real cool until I say the second part. So everybody, bear with me. We have almost 145,000 subscribers between all 4 channels. Part 1. Part 2. This guy down here has 139 of those subscribers. That guy right there.
Well, who's that guy? I don't know who that. I never seen him before.
It sounded cool the first part, didn't it?
I'll tell you guys, and Rob will be a witness to this. I knew Rob before I got on YouTube.
Yep, we knew each other before we knew each other.
Yeah,
we did. Rob and I did business before I knew he was on YouTube too.
Yeah,
before I was on YouTube.
I remember, Mike. I remember you from holy shit. I mean, I was a young pup, probably in my 30s when I first seen you at some of the A&H shows.
Now wait a minute, you're telling people my age.
Looks like retired Navy Rob is taking off. Have a good day, Rob. I'm reading where he said he was leaving.
Oh, you know what? Thank you, Knuckle Roll. He said coins are more interesting than the lotto. You know, I take and I sell.
The gun show is in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
Somebody just asked.
No, that's cool.
It's right off 21st and
okay. Coinosauruses didn't come up, so I can't peg it. Courtesy, kick them out if you don't like them. Their attitude. Coinosaurus Rex complimentary super chat member for 7 months. Thank you, Cornosaurus.
Hey,
It doesn't come up in StreamYard, so I can't put it up there, but it is over here on the
Yeah, I'm reading it.
whatever it is. I don't know what it
Mustang
is.
Dave.
That one from Mustang Dave.
He's been a member for 11 months.
Mustang Dave, almost a year. Guys, I want to thank all your support because you, believe it or not, you guys being here. I mean, there's 67 people in the chat. Wow, this is awesome. I'm not even in my own chat. Let's make it 68.
I was gonna say we don't. Hey, we have over 50 likes. I mean, hey, everybody, smash that thumbs up.
50 likes. Wow, that's a lot, guys. Thank you. Thank you. There sure is a lot of people here.
There's a couple places to find a website for where coin shows are going to be.
Yeah.
One I know on Facebook, we've got Coins Across America. Hello, SMAC. Coins Across America is one site where it's with that circle group.
You can actually go on. There is a site called US Coins. You just pick out the state you want to go see the shows. You can go. Coin World's got it. If you go up on them,
ANA's
also has a great
ANA's
website.
got them. Or you go
CoinZip.
CoinZip has it.
CoinZip's, I feel, the best one because you can go into CoinZip and you can separate it by the state you want if you
by
want.
the states, just the same way
Yep.
US does.
Is it the same way?
Yeah,
just
US
always go-
Coins.
Wow, this
Coin
is my
Shows
camera.
USA.
See, there
Yeah,
you go. There's
that's
another
it.
expensive piece of equipment. Yeah, equipment is expensive, guys.
Well, I can't get mine out there.
What's that?
Can't see it. Sorry. I got one of them big mics too, sir.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
That was me moving my mic around trying to get into the camera. Did it sound like this?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did.
maybe you just had a little bit of problems there.
It's my old bones. They're crinking. They're creaking up.
Guys, if I haven't said hi to you, hi everyone again.
Well, hi to you too, sir.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, hi. How you doing?
Hey,
Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. We have gotten a little bit off the topic. How much money should a coin dealer make from you? It's really how nice is the dealer? Is he good to you? Do you work well with him? But he should make enough. Flying Dutchman said it simplistically. He should make enough to feed his family and allow a little bit for growth. If he's making more than that, if he's a good coin dealer, he's going to give back a little bit via have a free giveaway or just giving you a discount on something in the future because his sales are good, his profit's good. We don't try to make I guess you could say, a mint like the U.S. Mint does. We just try to make a living. It's just like you guys getting a 40-hour week job. You want to make enough to support your family and have a little bit of growth in life. And that's all we try to do. And that's basically how it is. But the numbers, when you sit there and say, oh, you should only make 10% or you should only make 5%, that's a one size does not fit all number. A small person, not to be throwing you under the bus, Kevin is a lot smaller than Mike and then Robert.
I thought Kevin was bigger than me.
Is he? So Kevin would need
Only in
to make just a
stature.
teeny bit more percentage. Being's the biggest would be Mike. He don't even make nothing. He got all the money. He's a big guy.
I work on pennies.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
just because of what somebody said, I gotta ask a question to everybody in the group here, the four of you. When was the last time any of you in this group right here seen a 40-hour week?
What's that?
Ford?
2001.
You wasn't your own business owner, was you?
I was a business owner.
Just starting?
I took a vacation to Vegas, and it was like a 35-hour week.
Oh,
I took a 4-day vacation. That was my wife and mine's really our last vacation. We've taken a couple days off here and there, but no.
My wife has taken a vacation.
40-hour weeks.
You guys told her to spend more money than she did, but I still.
Oh, somebody's in trouble.
Keith knows on top.
Somebody's in trouble. Foreskin. I better take that off here because if your wife sees that, she's gonna come after you.
Ouch.
Never tell a woman that she eats a lot.
Man, that's a gutsy man there.
Amen.
Oh man, he is Foreskins is gutsy. Yeah, I'll give it all cojones there on that one. All cojones. Kevin, are you having an auction this week? Yes,
Yes,
no.
I am. Friday night, 6 p.m. Preview video will be up tomorrow.
There you
Got
go.
one of those new Silver Mandalorians with Din Djarin on it.
You stay in the woods, man. Job is never done. Yeah, I haven't seen Foreskins type anything else. His wife might have been standing behind him and went.
He joined the club, literally.
Oh man, Dwayne, sir. Does my butt look big? No, honey, your butt looks fine in those jeans. I swear to God.
That ain't what he said to everybody else before this came on.
Behind the scenes, huh?
You guys try to get me in trouble, ain't you?
You know.
The door was open. I had to come on in.
And
Put the
swing
comment
and a
in,
miss.
and I just had to throw it out there.
Did I hear somebody just pick up a skillet?
Guys, I'm actually having a good time. You guys having a good time tonight, or is it just me?
Yeah, we're all
How
having
about you
fun.
guys-
Even the co-pilot's having fun.
How about you guys in the chat? Are you guys having an all right time? I mean, we talking about something serious, just talking about whatever too. Wow, we're past an hour. We'll end this whenever we end this. Whenever these guys get tired, I'm easy. Thank you.
Good point,
I have a
JM.
better response, Mrs. Coin Crew.
I like JM.
The butt
Yeah.
makes them jeans look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, man, that's what I liked. I seen
Amen to
that.
that.
I like that one. I'm gonna have to use. I'm stealing your comment there, JM. Fun, says John Rock. Doesn't take us.
Fun.
A lot of emojis from Cornosaurus Rex.
Michael Thacker.
Yeah,
got a
man.
good question.
You're making Siren giving a run for her money.
Does it matter if bullion-related coins or numismatic?
No, it don't.
Margin for the profit margin. What I
No,
felt,
it don't. The profit, you got to remember, you got to make something, whether it be collectible or
Yeah.
bullion.
yeah, but what I think he's talking about, do you need to make a larger percentage on a collectible coin versus a bullion? I think you do on a collectible because the bullion, it just keeps selling over and over again, so you can squeeze the margins a little. But on a collectible coin, you could buy it and you can have it 2 years or 10 years down the road. Well, remember, if you paid $50 for a coin that's worth $100, not that it was, let's just say $100, and you had that coin for 15 years, guess what? You lost money because the fiat dollar goes down. So if it doesn't double in 15 years in value, you can lose money. But you should always buy coins to where you can flip them out fast enough. So I guess.
Well, there
doesn't
has been
matter.
times where I really like the coin. I'll pay over sheep for them.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like
I
kind of
gotta
like them $17.99 and $1,800 Kevin had there.
Well, I was ready to pay
No,
$1
I didn't have
plus
that.
for them. I was ready to pay $1 plus for them. I'm all in
That-
for $1 plus.
That's
Don't know how much
right
plus
there.
we're going to be going, but I'm in there for $1.
I hope that was a little bit helpful, Michael Thacker.
Ratio last I looked was what, 76?
75, 76 something.
No, hold on, I'll tell you. The silver ratio right now, 74.99.
Ah, so 75.
Oops, wrong one.
I just told you.
I got 75.08.
Look,
So it's about 75. Yeah, it's so close to
Yeah, give or
75
take.
either way.
it's
Thank
not-
you, Mike. I'm glad it was helpful. So, guys,
So the ratio has came down a little bit, guys.
John Ruck says 75-1.
We're getting too close because I got one guy, he's got a ton of it. He said when it gets 50-1, he's bringing it in to me.
I might
Oh,
trade off a
man.
little bit of my silver for gold at 50 to 1. Not a lot, but just a little. That's where I'll start trading it down. You know, the
Mhm.
closer the margins get, the more you should be in gold's pocket, so to speak. The farther
Yeah.
the margin, silver. Because
Well,
it's a better buy when the margins are close to get gold.
he's bought from me for the last couple of years since I've been back, and he's probably sitting on right now, if I had to guess, about 20,000 ounces of silver.
Very.
I'm looking forward to getting that back.
Like I said,
That
that's
is a very tough question, Coinosaurus. You say inflation's crazy right now. Do you think silver and gold are a sure bet? Honestly, nothing is a sure bet in this crazy world of ours. However, having said that, I would much rather be holding silver and gold than fiat. So to me, I wouldn't say it's a sure bet. It's the only bet.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
That's what I'd put my money in.
Robert, you didn't say it. You didn't say nothing.
Yeah. I'd rather have something in my hand rather than something that comes out of a printer. So
Are you sleeping down there, Robert, with your eyes open?
Listening to your answers,
he's kicking
that's all.
back.
I
We're
said
we're waiting for
you didn't
yours.
say anything, Robert, and you're just like,
I know. I just letting. I mean, you never let. I mean, Coins Making Sense just never gets a chance to talk, and he was talking. I wanted to give him the respect. So, personally, yeah, I would rather have. I'm like you guys. I want money. I don't want paper. Fiat currency is. Listen, there's a subject, Keith. Discussion of fiat currency. I know a little bit about that.
a little bit about that. I think when the gold ratio and silver ratio is closer,
Just remember, guys,
you should be buying gold.
before somebody
And the
came
farther
up with
away
this
it gets,
idea of fiat money,
you
guess
should
what?
trade.
I'm talking since the end of time, gold and silver is always traded. And I don't know about you, there's got to be something said to that.
Unless somebody can correct me, there is no, bar none, no fiat currency that has ever survived long term. None. Zip, zero. It's always reverted back to gold and silver.
Robert Pintoff. I am sorry. I can if you just tag me, you may be tagging me because I'm looking at both chats. I do apologize. But I am missing what Robert's saying here.
I looked for his questions. I couldn't see one. I don't know if
he said his questions are relevant. Robert, if you want to ask another question, I will make it a point to look at your question. Everybody's saying, Keith, wake up. You're being stupid. Listen to Robert. I'm listening to you right now. I'm going to stare at this chat until you type something in there. I'm staring.
If I was him, I would type something.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. Yeah.
Yeah, a better time if you'd answer some questions.
It says I'm watch. Lincoln Central. I tried.
I walked up and tried, and I don't know if he's talking about his question or other people's.
I think Robert, are you talking about a question you asked? Robert? I would have a better. Okay, I'm rolling up the chat now. I would have a better time if you'd answer some questions. I seen the chat move, so I had to look over there.
Profit should be a sliding scale depending on price.
Something, silver coin, something
here
better than others.
Charlie said fiat currency is the means to an end.
Profit should be a sliding scale.
See, he was smart. He used to be fiat to buy silver and gold. Smart man.
Okay, he says profit should be a sliding scale depending on price. I think it should be a sliding thing depending on size of the business. But depending on price, the percentages should be the same, whether it's $1 or whether it's $100. But yeah, I guess depending on price, you could take less percentage if you sell a higher dollar thing. Yeah, I guess I agree with you on that, Robert.
If I was to get a hold of Mike to buy some of the stuff that he got, I would expect a dealer-to-dealer courteous discount, but I would expect also to spend more than the average collector. And don't get me wrong, there's collectors that probably have a bigger budget than I have.
Oh, I've seen collections. Oh man, I sold a I'm still regretting selling it. This weekend I remembered the way everybody was all hot on the Walker halves. I was like, man, I missed my 1938D blast white CAC PCGS $50. You remember that, Mike? One of your doc or wherever his name was bought it at $200 or $300 over gray sheet. He bought it, and I thought I was getting a great deal. That thing is way up there. Just a year and a half later,
He knew what he was doing.
yeah, he did. That thing's like $1,700. I think that's without the cap.
Well, just like the 21, and
It's
look at
so
the 21 piece and 63s and 64s, what they're going for now. A couple years ago,
I
you
mean,
buy that thing underneath the 64, you could buy it pretty cheap.
I remember a big dealer telling me, don't look back in this business.
Nope, you shouldn't.
That's right. I know for a fact I've gotten coins that I have sold that today they're going for 10 times what I pay or what I sold them for way back in the day. Are you happy to see us there, Keith?
no, someone mentioned my
He's
silver
playing with
bullet.
his-
I said,
playing with
where's
a
your
rocket
silver
ship."
bullet? Yeah, this isn't just a guy channel. I usually put it up there. People notice that, man. Emile Voyer says, where is your silver bullet? Right there, buddy.
Yeah, I remember when that guy bought that.
I forgot who I bought it from. The guy's
I don't-
name
not a
seems to
clue.
be vague.
I don't know,
Not
but
a
you know,
clue.
I know I still look at its case empty. I haven't put another one in yet. The case is lonely without it.
It is?
What are you doing now? Are we going to answer questions, more questions from these people?
Right, I agree.
There's my silver bullet.
And
There's
Miss
a
Shady
question.
McGravy's question. What is Shady McGravy asking?
I don't know.
I'm going to find it. I answered the question way earlier.
Oh, Shady
Is
says,
paying a premium a good idea?
whenever the market just gets ready to collapse.
Yeah.
No, that's not a good idea to buy it at a premium. A good idea to buy at a high premium is if you think the market's going up. If you think it's
Not
going
if
down,
the fiat currency is being destroyed.
oh yeah, if you think the fiat currency is being destroyed, that's definitely a good time too.
Like it is right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you think the fiat currency is getting weaker, yes, it's a good time to buy at a high premium. If you think the silver market is going up or the gold market is going, that's another good time to buy at a high premium. We've heard from you, me, Robert. What about Mike? What's his theory on that question?
I'm sorry. I was occupied.
Occupied?
Occupied.
Aliens?
Occupado.
It's paying
He was
a high
occupied
premium.
by
A
aliens.
good idea. You know, guys, I don't, you know, at one point I thought we was going to start coming off this premium, but we got such a screwed up deal out here. I won't say why, but because I don't want to get us in trouble, but we got a screwed up deal out here, and the market is not paper. Okay. So what you see online, you're seeing a paper number. So just remember, they cannot buy it for them numbers, nor will any government issued coin out there ever been sold for them numbers in years.
Now,
No.
also about those numbers, Mike, that's on the comics, right?
Yep.
You're talking about?
Yep.
That's a contract of 5,000 ounces, is it not?
Right.
And don't they have some fine print down there that if we cannot obtain the physical, we can pay you out? I believe they do.
Yes, they do.
Read the contract.
But any which way, what I'm trying to say here is these big guys that talk on these channels and talk about how the market should be, what it's printed, guys, we had a president in there in 2008. We won't mention his name, don't have to, that decided physical and paper was equal. And that's where we started falling to that number. But today, everybody woke up. And you cannot buy it for physical numbers anymore, nor should any dealer out there really be paying that. They should be paying a little over, because if we go to order it, we have to pay over. If you can buy it less than what you got to pay for it, but still give them more money, why not do it? And that's what I do. I mean,
money will go south, and virtual money will take its place.
Take its place, I believe you mean.
Yeah, I believe it will take its place. AU, meaning gold and silver, will be
black marketing currency.
Will be the black market currency. What does the panel think? I think that something like that is possible, because it will be a way of making a mediums of exchange without the government knowing about it. So yes, if you want to call the government not knowing you make a trade of currency, yes, it could be called the black market of currency, couldn't it? I mean, I don't know.
Guys, this goes back to what I'm talking about, gold and silver. You know, the real reason why I do Watermaker Gun Show, it's the largest gun show for one thing. But them guys understand silver and gold. You know what we do? We trade gold and silver for guns. We buy with gold and silver there on some cases. Some of the dealers do. If you came up and offered them that fiat currency, they're not going to get a deal. But you come up and say, hey, I got some silver or gold I'd like to trade for that gun. He's going to give you a deal off there, because you're giving him real money, something he trusts. And that's one of these times you guys need to go to one of the big gun shows and see how that works. It is so cool. And that's why I set up there, because guess what? When they need gold and silver, I'm the guy over there selling.
On to you.
And then we'll trade off.
Physical and paper are two totally different things. I've said that plenty of times on this channel before.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was talking about. I mean, when you go to Kitco, you're seeing a paper market, and Kitco is trying to work where they're going to finally eventually get to that. They just got to get it passed where there'll be a separation of physical and paper. At that time, when you're doing that, you'll feel more like you're paying more at spot, but you'll see two different prices. One will be paper, which you're banking on one guy, hoping to God he keeps in business and don't file bankruptcy on you, because you don't have the physical, and the other will be physical. And that's when we'll know we finally got this back in control.
Hey, don't say GUN on a live stream, says Forrest Ships. Don't show it either on the live stream, says me. Don't like that.
Hey guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know why you're saying that, because go check out some of the YouTube channels.
Yeah, you can say it. It's flaunting it and making any type of threatening remarks. We do try to keep that word down, Tony.
Okay, but yes, actually, I watch a few YouTube channel gun videos, which they explain to you, and really good. I mean, you can find out how a Glock is taken apart and put together. I mean, really, really simple. You know, you don't have to buy a manual anymore. You can just go to YouTube and watch it.
Also, just to let you know, Lincoln Central, your fiat currency is just a digit in a computer as well.
Yep.
The only thing that is true money, guys, is gold and silver.
Yep.
Is less than an ounce. How do they get their money back? 90% silver dimes?
Yep.
Or grams of silver? We've had plenty of grams of silver.
Yep.
Talk about grams. My wife said they bought some 10 by Calby, 10 by 10 by 10 gram by 10. I haven't seen them yet, and I've been here for a day. Yeah. 2 days.
Get this. I hope I can get this. I found where San Francisco back in '64. Mike, I don't know if you'll know this or not, but this collection I'm looking at and going to try and they've got silver shot where the mint was giving you silver shot weighed out for your silver certificates.
I do remember that. I haven't
Yeah.
seen none, and I don't know when.
I
Been a
just
long time.
stumbled across it the other day, and I'm trying to work on getting that.
Wow.
That's
I'd be interested in that. If you put that in your auction, I'll probably be there for that one. And that's one. Once again, guys, here we go back to. I don't care where silver's at.
Yep,
I want it. I'm going to buy it. I don't care how much it's going to cost me. At this point, it's something I'm putting back as a collectible on top of silver.
Oh, and for you guys that don't know, my fellow
That means don't
veterans,
get carried away. If I'm bidding on it, don't get too carried away. Let me get
mine
it.
says, have a great week. Happy Veterans Day
yeah.
to all fellow veterans tomorrow. So yeah, for everybody that's a veteran like myself, happy Veterans Day tomorrow, guys.
Happy
And
Veterans
thank
Day.
you all for
Don't
your
worry.
service.
I'm not a bank. Wish I was a bank, but I'm not. I work on Veterans Day.
See,
You know,
if he
not
was, here,
to
if
think
he was
about
here,
Veterans
you'd get a
Day.
free cup of coffee and a donut.
I got out of the Navy in 1986 on Veterans Day, 11/11. It's a day I'll never forget because it was Veterans Day. It was the day I got out. Cool, cool, cool. Meal says, gotta run. Thanks for coming to Meal.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, just remember tomorrow we're giving away free coffee and donuts to our veterans. So if you want me to ship you a donut, Keith, I'll be glad to. Don't know how good it'll be by the time it gets there, but
I've been for years collecting AG wear, AG bulls, heck, anything AG. A pair of tin snips, pocket scale. In our
There you go.
lifetime, silver will rule. Hey, ain't
Yes,
nothing wrong
sir.
with that. I got a few silver pieces, just a few. I've spent most of my savings, though, so my stack's going to be going way down pretty soon as far as adding to it. Because I put most of my extra Fiat in already this year. You'll see it. Not sure what's going to happen next, but I know I'm not on board with digital currency. It can be easily changed around. If you feel as I don't deserve my money, you can take it with one click. That is a topic, guys.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever.
know,
I've never heard
that's
anybody.
why I don't trust
about EMP pulses. Possibly wiping them.
that's why I don't trust it right there.
But yeah,
And I
you can
agree with
piss off a teller, clit. Oh, you broke ass. That can happen. I mean, it's a crazy world out here.
the
That
bank
could
can
happen.
mess up, and they've done that before with just regular banking.
Oh, yeah.
Look at China right now, folks.
Oops. Look at that.
Happy birthday, Marine Corps.
Yeah, man.
Or as we called you guys in the Navy, jarheads. No, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, we used to, the Marines are all right boys. That's all I got to say about that. So guys, we've touched on the subject. Does anybody have a theory on how much their coin dealer or a coin dealer should make off them? I mean, I've heard some people. I haven't really heard. I expected a lot more, and I don't want to really open up the can of worms, but I'm going to hit it front on. And I know some of you probably haven't talked about it, trying to be courteous, but I haven't heard anything what I would say negative about how much a coin dealer. I really expected a lot of flack on this topic. I mean, are you guys surprised?
I'll be right back.
All right. Are you guys surprised that we didn't get a lot of flack tonight? I'm just, wow. I thought there would be more. So I'm going to touch it head on. Who disagrees on how much a coin dealer make? Or do you have an opinion? Should he make less or more or what? I mean, nobody's really said nothing. Yep, I'm opening that can of worms. We'll see what happens.
You never touch the third rail.
I got to. I got to touch the third rail.
And you know why? Because that's where all the power is.
Yeah, as little as you can get away with paying, LOL. So that's our opinion. Thagger says 20 to 30% is what they should make. I think that's a fair number. If you have to make more than 30, you should reevaluate how much you're paying on your bills. There's no doubt about that. If you have to consistently make more than 30. Depends on how bad the seller needs the
As
cash.
little as you can get away with. I'm paying.
That should never matter how bad they need the cash.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, LOL.
I would think 5 to 10%. Wow.
I would think 5% is an acceptable amount. Okay, our first naysayer right here.
Hey.
Charles, if I made $20,000 in sales a month, which for a small local shop, 20 to 40 would probably be it. And that's if they were doing good. Think about 5 to 10%. That's only $4,000 a month. If he made $40,000 in sales to pay the bills, to pay himself, and he doesn't have enough money. So 10% is not enough. There's no way for a small shop that 10% could be enough.
So, okay.
Sometimes, even as much as I make, I still work for less
Can I
than
touch
minimum
on
wage.
this one here that he's talking about? Okay. I mean, I deal with a lot of government issue coins. So if the U.S. Mint is charging me 8.5% on half ounces or quarter ounces, but you only want me to make 5%, I don't know. I feel like I was losing money.
Yeah, the U.S. Mint charges but no, let's talk about the
one
collectible
ounces are
part.
costing me 3.5 to 4.5. It depends on what day I call them. Okay. So yeah, no, it's got even 10% would not be enough to keep the doors open.
Just depends on what the item is, the quality of the items. There is some stuff, I'm not going to lie to you, Charles Seek Silver. There is some stuff where I'll make 1 or 2%. But we're talking a margin consistent across the board. If you figure in all the 1, 2% and all of the 30, 40% stuff you have, if you put it down into a number, I'm seeing 20 is about fair. 20 to 30 would be more fair because you do have the smaller shops need a little bit more margin. You think Walmart is selling that stuff for 20 or 30% profit? No. They've actually kicked Pepsi Cola out. They've kicked MasterCard out. They're back now, but they kicked them two out because they wasn't making enough money off of those two. But now you can go in Walmart and you can price match, and then Pepsi Cola has to give them that extra money back because Walmart wants it the cheapest. I mean, they're not going to work for 20, 30%. I mean, you just can't do it. And then he goes, LOL. See, he's trying to give us that negativity that we need. Thank you.
Yeah, me, I
just wanted to lowball it for the conversation. No, that's exactly what
I try
to have much negative
percent overall when it's all done and said. But, you know, it's real hard to do when just like this year here. This is the first year I said, no, I am not going to pre-sell Eagles. And Keith, you know this, I've always pre-sold them. But, you know, and when the Type 2s came out, they put a monkey wrench in that, and I lost money on some of them boxes. And that's when I said that'll stop because they decided to raise the price in the middle of the game because the premiums went up. Well, guess what? They let us pre-sell this stuff, and now our numbers changed, and we didn't have no control over it. We had no choice, but if you want to stay in the game, you pay the money.
Okay.
Blue Moon, baby.
JM's got a thought. He said he used to think 5% on a buy and a sell until 2 years ago. Now 5-10 on a buy and sell. So he's talking 5-10% on the buy and then 5-10% on the sell. That is fair. That way the person selling it doesn't feel bad.
Whoa. Let's stop there again. Let's go to.
You're talking 10 to 20%.
Let's go to Heritage Auction. They don't even own the coins. They don't even buy the
17%.
20%.
Oh, did they go up again?
20% for buyer's fee. 20% for seller's fee.
And they don't even own it.
And
they don't even own it. Now they're making 40%, guys.
It's like FeeBay making all them percent.
Here's the thing. Just like me, when I sit in an auction anymore because of the stupid numbers they're putting, and I call them stupid numbers, I'm sorry. I'm sitting there figuring, and this is actually going to wind up going to the seller, not to the buyer any longer, because we're sitting in there, a bunch of us, and we're calculating up. We're looking at our sheet. Okay, we want to be 20% back of that. Guess who's eating it? Not the auction houses, not the buyer anymore. The seller gets to eat it all and didn't even know it.
John Ruck says we're supporting a YouTube channel. A little more profit is okay. Can some of that depend on the inventory, says Delso?
Yeah, it could.
Some of it could. Every
Because,
deal
guys,
is different.
Once again, go check my video out. You'll see. I'm going to be doing some really good sales on this stuff.
Right here, right here.
Mark A.
Every deal is different, but 20 to 30 is fair. You said what, Robert?
Look at Mark A's comment.
I'm not even down to that. I'm sitting here trying to keep up.
Gotcha.
Charles Seeker says 25 to 30. It's still down further, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's getting to you, Mark. Just hang on.
It's down at the end.
Mark
It's
A,
down at the end right now.
There's one area that might be okay enough for another.
20% in one area might not be enough for another area. Cost of living, I think it's hard to put a percentage on it. A coin shop dealer doesn't have 100 sites scattered around the country to average out. Mark A is 100% correct on that.
Yep.
That steps back into like where you're talking about poverty levels. Like if you made 60 grand in California, you're in poverty. But if you make 60 grand in Missouri or Michigan, you're living high on the hog. So, 20% may or may not, depending on, like where you're at. So I think what a dealer needs to make is enough to make a living.
Michigan don't charge taxes on food, guys. So, they live high on the hog. State of Oklahoma, we tax us to death on food.
Okay, I'm down. That's why Adam Jam doesn't visit Heritage.
Yep.
Deep Stacker, 30% for food and labor. Everything else comes from the 40, so we try to squeeze that 60 as much as possible. Well, it's like everybody who provides platforms and stuff. They get a percentage. Like Heritage gets a percentage for providing an auction platform, which I don't know, kind of unfair, but they do a lot of advertising in that too.
They do. They do.
If your coin is good enough, there is something Heritage does that I haven't seen other auction houses do so much. They will actually pay the seller to sell the coin in some cases if they feel the coin is attraction worthy, so to speak. If they feel them having that coin in their auction is going to attract people to their auction.
Well,
they have offered to do that before, haven't they, Mike? 105%.
Oh yeah, this deal I'm getting ready to buy. Yeah, they would love to get their hands on this stuff, and they have offered to take it on for me. The only thing is, I'd prefer to sell it myself.
Like I said, every deal is different. 60K is a fair living in Arkansas.
Depends on what city in Arkansas.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know. Rogers, Arkansas has got some high taxes.
That's what I'm saying. Depends on what part of Arkansas you live in.
But now, if you live over in Jonesboro, Arkansas, you're living high on the hog.
That's why it pays to research and shop around for the best price deal. I don't think it's, Doug, I think it's more shop around for the best dealer you feel comfortable with. I personally, the only reason I deal with a few of the online dealers that I do deal with is because I have a particular set of people. I have a quality margin to uphold. So I don't want to be ordering all of my stuff from 1,000 different dealers. I deal with a few locals, and I deal with, of course, this guy right here. But I only deal with a few.
He's talking about Kevin.
There's a lot of there's a lot of online shops that I won't deal with. It's not because they're not reputable. It's quality assurance that I give to my customers. Not in Ohio. Not in Ohio.
What's not in Ohio?
I don't know. I'm going up.
Cost of living on 60K, I believe, is what Dwayne was going after.
That's what I think he was talking about as well.
6K used to be a good living. Now it's just getting by. Dude, until a couple years ago, I had been a business owner my entire life.
Robert, don't you live in Ohio?
I never made 60K.
Yes, I do.
Will 60K make it for you?
Now.
Would 60K do it for you, buddy?
Well, it depends on how you want to live.
Good night. Got to run, everyone. Thank
Charles. I think I don't really. I shouldn't have been talking to you. I should have been talking to your wife because she looks like she could be high maintenance.
She's not. She is very thrifty. She really is.
But see, if you don't bring them certain coins like you did home, she's going to be a little upset.
I'll tell you what. I'll put it to you this way, Mike. Here in about within the next 6 months, she's going back to the Philippines because she's got a family reunion. You know where that money's coming from.
Yeah, I know. But that's where we're back again on that 60,000. You probably be thinking twice about sending her if you was only making that.
So that's why it pays to do research, shop around for the best price deal. And he was meaning as a collector and a stacker. So yeah, he's probably not just buying off of any particular person. If you're a stacker, yeah, you want to try to get the best price. But if as a collector, he's probably just, meaning call around, find out who you like or whatever. I think that's what he's meaning to say. 60K would be my half. So, guys,
I know 60K.
Very
I
nice.
could not make it here in Oklahoma. I'll tell you that right now.
it's tough. But there's a lot of play.
But in the 80s, I was
Oklahoma at 60K.
in the 80s, 65,000. I was living pretty good. But we're talking about in the 80s.
We're talking about
I was gonna
Oklahoma,
say,
dude.
today it's a
Gas
far cry
is
different.
reasonable. Of course, a gallon of milk is what, $7?
Oh no. I actually got gas in Missouri cheaper than I got in. I don't know what's going on here. We're paying like $3.19, $3.20 something, and I can go over in Missouri by Joplin and pay $3.09. So I don't.
And
We
you know
used
what?
to
For
be
me
the
in
cheapest.
Michigan, that just sounds like a day that ends with a Y.
Yeah. What do you guys have to pay there?
$3.40 for me. Where you at, Kev?
Yeah, but
He's on the other
325,
side.
335.
if you remember, Keith, we used to always be 40 to 50% cheaper than you.
Yes, you did. But no, still Oklahoma. It's cheap to live, man. You just
I tell you what, I agree with Adam Jam. Inflation is getting bad. What I spent $30 for 3 months ago today is double that, and maybe even higher than that, honestly.
Yeah.
That is why we stack silver. That is why we collect coins, is because over time, all of these items has proven to help out with that.
Well, look in the grocery stores. Go try to buy beef and stuff right now. It's nuts.
Yeah.
What's
I
that?
couldn't believe it. I seen hamburger for
Ridiculous
$7
out
or
there.
no, maybe $9 a
$9 a pound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you got to be.
What's meat?
You know, that's
Gotta
why
be
we
kidding
take
me.
it. That's why we take care of our own, get our own cows.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what.
What's steak?
Hey, dude, your vegetables and fruits are no different right now.
They are
No.
all going up, man.
Everywhere. It's not just in you guys' state. It's everywhere.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's crazy.
With the new laws that's coming, if you make 10K a year, they are about to hit you with a big price tag. So if you're making 60K, you will have to sell your house. 60 can be okay if retired. I'm retired, need more than that, and I owe money to no one. Hardworking, making sure your 401k to the maximum. Yeah, guys. So some of you guys deal with the 401k in the stock market. Some of you deal with it as a silver stacking. Guys, while you're young and capable of working hard and stacking, whatever you're stacking to prepare for your retirement, do it as much as you can, because when you get older, the important rule is live today like no one else so you can live tomorrow like no one else. I've seen so many times in my life where people have had a great life, living high on the hog, and then they retire and they'll lose everything they've worked their entire life for because they did not put enough savings back, whether it be silver, gold, 401k, stocks.
Yeah, well, 401k I don't trust because that's the government controlling that.
I'm just using it as an example, but you should never have all your eggs in one basket.
No, you shouldn't.
But I've seen so many people having a great life, and then when they got retired, within 10, 15 years of being retired, or 5 years in some cases, they would lose everything. They'd lose their home, their cars, because they couldn't keep up with it because they didn't save nothing.
I seen it happen quicker than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't save nothing for your retirement, I talk about this wealth insurance all the time, guys. I've even got a video out about it. Wealth insurance, silver and gold, and whatever else you think is good. But silver and gold above all. You have to, thank you, Robert. you have to sit there and prepare for retirement, because if you don't, you're going to get hit hard.
And nobody else is going to do it for you.
Because even with what is it, 65, Mike? You're around the 65 age. Don't you get Medicare like when you're 65?
Wow. I wouldn't know. I'm only 26 now. Come on.
You're right near. Even Medicare won't pay for all your medical.
No,
everybody gets it no matter what your age, our income value.
My
right?
mother-in-law cannot, on what they pay her today. And guys, my mother-in-law stays with me, and I don't mind her staying with me, believe me. But she could not make it on her own. Because she's got Medicare. She had to buy medical insurance to help her pay the rest of her medical, because Social Security and stuff is not enough anymore. I mean,
and everybody has to have their Medicare Part A. You have to have their Medicare Part B. You got the drugs.
She draws it off her husband because he worked all of his life, and still was not enough. It was not enough. And then they gave her a raise last year.
1.9%.
What about
Yeah.
$20?
She got a whole $7 and some change, I think, on her check.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this now. Last year,
He's
cost
my
of living.
brother. I can do that. Says keep all punches above. They're talking about me talking about you fixing to get Medicare.
Yeah.
I said,
Anyway,
you're my brother, I can do that.
Like I said, they give them a little over $7. Cost of living, look at groceries is almost doubled. I mean, what do they think these people can do, especially when they're getting $1,200-$1,400 a month? Homes, you go to lease a home, even in Oklahoma, $1,100-$1,200 a month. Wait a minute, she's only getting $1,300 is what my mother-in-law gets. She pays to $1,200. Wait a minute, she's got her utilities. Wait, something's got to go off because she can't pay it. She can't make a car payment any longer. She can't pay for fuel. She had a car payment.
King Solomon.
There's nothing left.
I didn't know King Solomon was Cuban, but he did come down here and he put Cuban, freaking autocorrect. I don't know, man. Is he Cuban? King Solomon's not Cuban, is he? Does anybody know the answer to that? Is King Solomon Cuban?
I don't know. I had to look it up.
I don't think he is.
I'm about to cut this, guys. I got things I got to get done.
All right, Robert. Thank you very much for coming. We're in, guys. We're in here late. We're gonna have to cut it anyway.
Yeah, I got.
Thank you, Robert.
Probably cold now.
Guys, thanks for hanging. If we didn't get you into the chat, leave a comment below after the stream. I or one of the other guys get to it. So, guys, anybody want to close out? Robert's already started, so.
Guys, thank you for coming. Hopefully we talk to you soon. Remember, one more time, I'm going to say it. Check my video out. There's good deals on it.
There you go. Mid-American Coins, guys. Mid-American Coins. Guys, thank you, everybody, for coming. Kevin, you want to say something? Robert, whichever first.
Yep. Well, thanks for joining us all tonight. Hope to see you all at my auction Friday night at 6 o'clock. I'll have the preview video out early tomorrow afternoon. And hope to see you guys. We'll be in Cleveland on Saturday and Southfield, Michigan on Sunday.
Adam Jam, good discussion. $25 super chat.
Hey, no.
Thank you, Adam Jam.
Our next auction is Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry about that. Coins making sense. Didn't know you was going that time, but
I'm going at 6 o'clock.
Okay, well, we'll be live at 7 for our auction.
I only take 1 hour, so it's all good.
Cool.
It's a quick auction.
I'll feed right into yours.
Hey, there you go. Send them all
ready.
our way. But we'll have our auction at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have auctions Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. We love you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And thanks for the invite, Keith. I appreciate
No,
it.
you're always welcome here anytime. Don't think I'll kick you out. I'll call you and say, Robert, you're not coming no more if I don't want you to come. Otherwise, you're always coming. And that phone call will never happen, just by the way. So, guys, thanks for coming to the chat. Don't forget, tomorrow on Coin Crew, if I can squeeze it in between 12 and 2, I would have a midday auction, a lower tiered auction than what on our Sunday Fun Days auctions. And also, I do have a video coming out tomorrow night, Coin Show pickups from CoinX and whatever else I got going on. So, guys, thanks for hanging. Thank you for all the super chats. Wine Country, $10 super chat. Thank you. Guys, your super chats are so awesome. They really help out the channel. And I hope you enjoyed our discussion on how much should a coin dealer make from you. So it didn't stay on it, but it was still fun. I'll see you guys later. Bye.